A lot of it was my friend Andrew Caffer, who lives in Portland, right outside of Portland, did a bunch of it. It was just like some of it. I actually mastered that record. And I was like, this stuff would fit. I tried to theme the characters. So like whenever I wanted something kind of garagey and gritty, kind of like lo-fi for Lowell's music when he's on screen. Mm-hmm. And so his stuff worked very well for that. And then for like the Magic Man and for like a lot of the tent stuff, when I was like a kid, like one of my favorite directors was John Carpenter, and I was just like obsessed with John Carpenter. I was obsessed with like, especially like Big Trouble in Little China and like They Live, Escape from New York and stuff. So that's for all his stuff. I was like, I'm gonna just do synth, 80s synth kind of like sounds. And then for Willie's, I did more of just like country bumpkin-y, Americana-y kind of like songs for whenever we see him in the frame. And so my buddy Lou Card, I used his songs for that kind of stuff. And then Shane, who is Lowell, he has 2 songs we ended up using in them because they just fit really good. Same kind of thing, they're kind of indie garagey. But yeah, I didn't want to make it. I was just like, there's no way I got enough time to do this. I mean, I did all the scoring part, all the synth stuff throughout it, and all the full, I mean, like I said, it took me like 6 weeks to do the sound mix, to add all the sounds and do the mix. I mean, I think I did like 5,000 Foley sounds. I mean, every sound in it is replaced. So like every time somebody walks, like moves, every ambient sound in a room, I had to add all that kind of stuff, like every car sound, So it took a long time. That took a long, long time. Because then it'd be like, oh, somebody's picking up a piece of paper, and I'd be like, I've got to have the sound of somebody picking up a piece of paper. It's like somebody's walking through some leaves. I can't not put them walking through the leaves, Yeah, that was a whole nother thing, because I don't think I realized how long that part of it was going to take. Even though I do audio stuff all the time and mixing all the time, I don't think I had any idea how long it was going to take to do the audio. Just like I had lavs on everybody and they were covered. And so there's Russell. And so I had to go in and take every piece of Russell out. I had to go in and EQ. I mean, a lot when it's on your chest, it's very low. Picks up a lot of low end because it's it's really close to your chest, and then it's also under your clothes, so it's like muffled. So I had to go in and like clean all of that stuff up, and then also like these lavs are on like a digital network, and so like anytime somebody has every now and then I get some interference from somebody's cell phone or something. So yeah, just having to clean all that stuff up too. That's what took the longest. Because I had to clean up every line. And then in EQ, it also like everybody's mic matched. Everything was the same level. Like, yeah, that was a lot. Wow. Yeah, that's the one thing I always wanted to have Eric and Shane. I was like, man, if you guys will only just flies on the wall the whole time I did the post-production, you'd have no idea, man. You guys have no idea. Because I like lived upstairs in that room. I mean, it took me a month to color grade it, and it was right when my son was born. So luckily Jolene had 3 months off of work. And so for 1 month of it, I was just in that room in the dark. The first month. Because I was just like, I got to finish this, because if I don't get it finished now, then it's not going to be done. It's the last thing left to do. I'm definitely going to do it again. I don't know if I want to do it right away, right, but like, I definitely want to do it again. It's a weird thing, man. It's not really like anything else, because like you have to play the long game with making a movie. Because it's like, that's the one thing about the next one is you have to go into something knowing that you really want to do it, and that it's something that you can see yourself doing for like the next year to year and a half. It's basically like, I mean, it's in some ways kind of like making a record, because you make this record, and then you not spend a year writing the songs, and then you spend like a couple weeks making the record, but you're committing yourself for the touring on it and playing the songs every night, So I mean, it's very much in that vein of like, so it's got to be something like the next one, like this one was trying to be like a quirky kind of comedy and using my friends and kind of like paying homage to like all these kind of movies, indie movies that I loved, and like Misha and Eric loved. But the next one, I'd rather, I want to try to take it up a notch and then try to make something that's like, that, we could maybe try to take to a couple festivals or something, Try to make everything about it, like production, the acting, the writing, and actually make, less of a screwball thing and more of like, something that's more interesting, has something to say or something.
Right.
Because, like I said, like I'll end up having to just work on it for a year, and I don't want to just work on something all the time for something that I'm not 100% behind.
Right.